Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, what's up, what's up? We are cooking. Time to eat. Time to eat. Time to eat. Time to eat. Egg. Cottage cheese. What's up, guys? So I know this is kind of interesting, but I do cyclical dieting. So we're gonna take some ham, some cottage cheese, and some egg. That's funny, chest double. Yep. So here we go. So nothing crazy, but this is me cooking, right? So put that there. I like eggs. Really think egg is the best protein in the planet. I really do. So what I do, take one of these, right? Got the hot stove on there. Put that over there. Let me show you what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take, pop this back a little bit, be a little bit better. And we're gonna make some Rise mushroom coffee as we speak. So let's get that going. So the Rise mushroom coffee is really good. I don't know if he's in here, but I may have someone working with me in a podcast soon. And if he comes over, I may introduce him to the channel. And that's really a good idea for him. Mushroom coffee, so Lion's Mane mushroom coffee, right? Let me show you guys back at Respawn Point. So I'm gonna take some Lion's Mane mushroom coffee. I put that in, right? I put a serving of that mixed in with chock full of nuts, which has other coffee mixed in and adaptogenic. I be slamming down mushrooms, dude. I really think mushrooms are really good. Like, I think they're so underutilized in nutrition. Like, they really are. So, here we go. So, got the coffee ready, getting ready to go. 2 filters, awesome. Coffee's good to go. Now we're gonna take this, go to the egg, wha-bam. So now I take the egg and I'm gonna do this. 1 egg, wha-bam, right? And that's 2 egg, wha-bam. 3 eggs, so that's, each egg is about 6 to 7 grams of protein, I think. 6, so 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. So I like 30 grams of protein from eggs. So 6, 12, 18, 24. Bloop, 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 bloop. So we have 30 grams of protein from that mixed in with my ham, which is here. This portion of ham right here is 30 grams of protein. See what I hear? That's 30 grams. So we are eating 54 grams worth of eggs and ham, and I haven't even put the cottage cheese on yet. So this breakfast for me after a 2-hour workout, because I'm still like growing, I fluctuate between carbs and fats depending on how I'm training and how I feel. And how I feel at this point is my body will respond more to fats and carbs. Oh, see, people are chatting. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's go. What you got? Yeah. Nah, it's as scary as you want it to be. I don't think it's that scary. No. You say they're a fungi. Yes, you're correct. But what I'm talking about is the Rise. So when I'm saying mushroom, let me re-clarify for you guys. This has got Arabic coffee, mushroom blend, king trumpet. So this is what I mean, right? So what I do, I take like 10 servings a day. I just throw it in my coffee, and I train a lot, and I do a lot of volume. I don't lift heavy. So for me, it keeps my nervous system fresh and firing. But I also do a lot of creatine. I eat like a lot of protein. Like I don't know if I know what I'm doing, but I do get results, I think. So, I don't know. Everybody's different. You got to kind of find what works for you. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that lifting lighter weight for more reps worked better for muscle mass. Yeah. Now that doesn't mean I don't ever lift heavy. What is it? Oh, no, I use creatine every day. You want to see my creatine? Is it fine to snort creatine? Don't know, man. I don't like to snort things. Yeah, I wouldn't snort creatine personally. You could argue if you mixed it with liquid and put it in a hose and did anal insertion and put it in your butthole, that would increase rapid absorption. However, an alternative to that would be just mixing it with honey and drinking it. If you mix creatine with honey and drink it, it'll absorb faster than snorting it with no sugar. So what you eat it with will affect the absorption. So I wouldn't shove it in my butt or snort it personally. But hey, you know, whatever you do on a Saturday, Sunday night with your friends, man, there's worse things than snorting creatine on a Friday night, I guess. It might get to your brain quicker. Creatine gives you cognitive benefit. So technically, with cognitive benefit, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Check this out. This is the creatine I recommend. So, when I train my athletes, I tell them to take Horbach micronized. If you have taken creatine and you say, it hurts my stomach, and you did not clearly see micronized, then that might be what hurt your stomach. You don't need HCl. Dude, spend like $20 and get 2 pounds. And I take 20 grams a day. But I'm also close to 240 pounds at 6'4". So you got to ask yourself, are you 6'4", 240 pounds? And do you train every day? Probably not. But if you do, maybe you're larger than me. That's cool. So I'll do 2 scoops of 10 to 15 grams. I'll take 20 to 40 grams a day because I do so much weightlifting. I have a gym at the house. I work at a gym. I'm always moving. And I find I want to keep my phosphate energy system always full, so I'm always ready to kind of, do like a 30, 40-second set. It's micronized. It's not the structure. It's still ATP. The difference is it's extra filtered. So it's been broken down. You could even look at it as it's slightly more processed, but look at what they do. So it's here too. It's GMP certified, lab tested, ethically ingredients, soy, no milk, no lactose. It's basically the cleanest version. So think about this as filet mignon of steak. And the other one is kind of more like chuck beef. Monohydrate's chuck beef, right? Filet mignon is micronized. It's just going to absorb better. So if you're 5'11", 238 pounds, nice. That's some good size. Very good size. Nice. Yeah, for you, depending on your goals, are you trying to get bigger and stronger? Nah, creatine don't hurt your joints. Bullshit. Bullshit. That's not how creatine works. What's hurting your joints is you're probably getting stronger without putting tension on the muscle, and your form is probably putting you on the joints, not the creatine. If anything, creatine will keep you with water, phosphate, and help lubricate your joints. So that's not what creatine does. Sports scientist, that's what I do. So no, I'm not calling you out, but that's not what the research shows. Fair enough? And that's not my opinion. That's not what I think. That's what the research shows. So we'll look at the breakfast. Here's my breakfast. So my breakfast is about 5 whole eggs, some type of meat, a bunch of cottage cheese. Typically my breakfast is about, I don't know, it's after my workout, my morning workout. So after my morning workout, with all the volume I did, I just want a bunch of protein and fat. And remember, but I sip on carbs when I train, like powdered Gatorade. So since I'm ribeye is great. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Ribeye is great. But if you eat filet mignon, you'll grow more muscle in filet mignon. I promise you that beef tenderloin, it's just expensive as hell. But I still think egg is better anyways. Just take eggs and ham. That is a perfect ratio to like, because the problem is when people cut back on their carbs, which I do sometimes, and you drain your water, you need more salt and you need to stay hydrated. So, for example, I can put on 15 pounds in 2 or 3 days if all I do is eat sugar and drink water. I'll poof up. But then sometimes I'll do that and get a good pump, but then I want to drain the water out. So then I'll do 2, 3, 4 days where I'll pull the carbs down to keep the fats and proteins high. So it's kind of like undulating periodization for nutrition. Plenty of bulk at this point for me. All right, well, okay, well, it's like this. Bobby. Nah, it's not whether your nephew's a beast or not. It doesn't really matter. Now, if he's put in the work and he's got results, absolutely. But don't ask an elephant how to get big and don't ask an eagle how to fly. Some people are hyper responders. Okay, now that being said, if he's made progress, follow his program, cool. But I don't like to follow other people's programs. I think it's the worst idea you can do. What I think is you should throw all the I'm a certified trainer. I've trained 600 people in my life. I say throw away the fucking book, okay, and start seeing how you feel and figure out what you want to do to your body. Now, once you understand if you want to cut fat, if you want to build bigger arms, bigger quads, start building a program specifically for that goal. Run that program for a period of time, and then switch programs. Like I like to auto-regulate based on if I'm trying to get bigger. Like right now I want to get 20-inch arms. So I'm training arms 4 or 5 days a week. Never killing them, and they're growing. They're back up to 17, 18, right? So, then when I do that, then I want to get my 225 press or I want to build my chest. So build you a program based on your goal, right? That's what I say. I mean, here's the thing. I was vegan for 6 months. I think it can be done. But if you're trying to stay lean, it's hard to get enough protein to create the thermogenic effect on a vegan diet. It can be done, but you're going to have to really understand food, nutrition timing. You're going to have to kind of be really smart, where if you just ate some eggs, you don't have to be that smart to cook eggs. So if I have a guy who knows nothing about nutrition, by the way, you need to study how rice and beans makes a complete protein. You need to make sure you get enough leucine, enough histamine, and that's really going to be tough. But if I say, hey, eat eggs and cottage cheese, everything is covered. So for me, it makes a simple thing to do harder to do. But if you rely on some high quality protein shakes with pea protein, me personally, I don't like pea protein. I don't feel like my body absorbs it. So, but if you can do pea protein and you still take creatine, you can build some good muscle on the creatine. You can get lean as fuck, but building size. So getting that pose where you come to the side and you have that nice roundness and all that. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get that on a vegan diet personally. Ham and eggs. Yeah, this is my breakfast with some cottage cheese. Yeah. So, I also don't lift heavy, so you guys know. I mean, I used to lift heavy, but then I hurt my back. But I do a lot of volume and tension. So, people laugh at the way I work out. They're like, Chris lifts so light. I'm like, do my workout. Do my workout the way I do it. Ah, god dang it, that ham is hot. The way I do my workout, it's a little bit different. So I do a lot of tension. I do a lot of constant tension. Big fan of constant tension. It's just, people don't do it right. But you got to train for your goal. If your goal isn't to be swole, don't train the way I do. I mean, if your goal is to get strong, athletic, look a little good, but not look full and round, don't train like me. No? But you can't do the cottage cheese? You know cottage cheese just makes it creamy, right? Telling you. Cottage cheese is so yummy. So you take some egg. So I got like 5 eggs, like 8 ounces of ham. Now, you know what? Let's say you don't want cottage cheese. Okay, then do this. Then don't do the cottage cheese. All right. Don't do the cottage cheese. And just do regular cheese. Guys, you see that? There's nothing like, you know, if you train hard and you do a lot of volume and you move all day and you also do cardio and then you stretch all day, you know, your body will adapt to that load, right? Once your body adapts to that load, you may be surprised, like, when you're a natural lifter, one of the things that you have is work capacity. So if you want your body to adapt to training, you need to increase your work capacity, right? So it's okay to lift lighter to increase work capacity. And then once you've increased your work capacity, right? Once you've increased that work capacity, now you can move into another phase of hypertrophy or strength training, whatever it does. But work, like, people don't understand. There's more to progressive overload. I am anti-milk. Let's see. Can't do cottage cheese. Okay, let's see what the chat says. Right, I learned from my uncle, Mr. Georgia. Oh, there you go. So now if someone's a Mr. Georgia, there you go. That's someone who I would definitely, now he may be a genetic freak. I don't know. But that's someone who's at least done enough dieting that he can probably give you some nutrition. He tells me all the time, don't do what I did and lift heavy. Message. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, exactly. So I'm not saying lifting heavy is bad, but so here's the thing. If you want to lift for the rest of your life, you can build a good physique lifting heavy 6 to 8 from time to time, but only do that every couple weeks. But spend most of your time doing volume, because the volume training is what's going to help the joints, the volume training, all those reps, all the reps and all the volume. That's what's going to help with density and shape. Look, most of the strength that you get in the gym is neuromuscular. It's not, strength training is neuromuscular. Now, for those of you who don't know what neuromuscular means, it's pretty simple. Strength training is about moving weight. When you're trying to get like 20-inch arms like I am, right? I've got some pretty big ass arms, right? You know, when I want to get like, you know, I'm not pumped up, but look at a photo, right? If you want that pop, strength training isn't the best way to do it. Sorry. It's not. So I gotta pee. Let me get my coffee cup. Not in my opinion. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing strength building phases, and that'll get you thick, and you'll be strong. But that thick, strong, I gotta take a piss real quick. Give me a second. That thick, strong physique, it ain't gonna have no shape. You're gonna be big and you're gonna be thick, but you're not gonna have shape to your muscle. So for me, I'd rather have a little bit less bulk, but have more shape and have the shoulders and the chest and build the key points of the physique. If you build like people ask me why I look so large in photos. The reason I look so big in photos is because I have huge fucking shoulders, right? So I train my physique to look a certain way. So the program you want to run is you want to look at your physique and say, what do I want to look like? And you want to build a program based on what you want to look like. That's how you do a program. I don't know why you say you know you pay for it. Look, I wouldn't do yellow cheese. Dude, why the fuck would you do that? So that's dumb. If you eat something that doesn't make you feel good, don't do that. No, listen to your body. This is why I'm a professional trainer. If I tell someone to eat something and they say it makes them feel like shit, no, they don't. Tell them, okay, find an alternative. Look, your body will adapt. If you understand nutrition and you understand protein, fat, and carbs, then you should understand that your body will adapt. Your body will adapt. You just have to you got to figure out the routine that works for you, especially on nutrition. You got to figure out, how does your body absorb glucose, right? When can I spike my insulin? How do I drain water out of my body? How can I manipulate my diet and see an instant change in my physique? Once you can understand those things, nutrition becomes more about carbs, proteins, and fats and timing more than calories. I mean, I don't think calories really matter. They do when you want to get bigger, more calories, obviously. But like when you're training to build muscle, if you just follow basic nutrition principles, the calories kind of take care of themselves. Right? Like, oh, today I'm going to train twice a day. Okay, maybe I'll wake up, have a smoothie and some oatmeal and banana to prepare for my training session, especially when I train twice a day. Oh, today I'm not doing anything but walking around with the kids. All right, maybe I won't eat them carbs. Maybe I'll eat avocado and egg. So you got to auto-regulate your nutrition based on your activity. You know. Doing something. Is this shit making sense? It's like, my weight will fluctuate 10 to 20 pounds. Like, if I want to look big, I have to look more swole. But keep in mind, I did lift heavy for a few years on my deadlift. And the strongest I ever was, and was the biggest I ever was when my deadlift was big. But after I hurt my back, and I did it doing some stupid stuff, but I also did it from the military, and I have a crooked spine. And if I was smarter and never hurt my back, I had built up, what is this? Right, so you got to do the program that works for you. You got to understand, the thing is, carbs aren't bad, but you need periods where you eat carbs and periods where you don't. All right, so thanks, man. Appreciate the info. Cool. So, so good. Now, when it comes to carbohydrates, when I drink like this, I was drinking carbs as I trained. So I do a lot of pump training. I do a lot of lightweight, a lot of reps. I do a lot of conditioning. I do a lot of cardio. So my whole thing is now, if there's a time to drink carbs or whatever, this is a chance where I can take all that fat, 5 eggs and 8 ounces of ham and cheese, and I can eat some fruit, some pomegranate juice, and that's going to help restore the liquid, not the liquid, but the liver glycogen. Restoring the liver glycogen will enhance cellular respiration and reduce cortisol. Now, another thing, I already took my 20 grams of creatine this morning. I just throw it in the morning. So, hello. Guys, let's start a podcast. Let's go. Guys, I'm going to start a podcast very soon. But, till now, I want to eat. Wow. Hi. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. What is up, people? What is up? What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? Let this, may this food give us gains of muscle. You don't like my tattoo? You don't like my tattoos? Really? I get compliments on my tattoos all the time. People typically, they love because they're custom designed. I designed them myself. I've had them for a while. I get a lot of compliments on my tattoos. People compliment me on my tattoos all the time. Thank you. Appreciate that. No. What is up, guys? What is up? What is up? Hooah. Trying to grow my chest. I've been doing a chest specialization program. And I do believe that my chest is getting bigger. So, I do feel like I have a good chest specialization program. Chest is a hard muscle group for me to train. I've always had a hard time growing my chest, like getting the contraction. What am I eating? Very good question. I'll show you. 5 eggs, 8 ounces of ham, and a bunch of cheese. This is my post-workout meal. I trained for a couple hours this morning. Had a big old smoothie, with all my carbs and stuff, post-workout meal. Then we'll see how we feel. We got to go do some work, and then maybe we'll get another session in. Maybe do some cardio later. Do some mobility work. I believe in frequency and volume over intensity. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can't cook? What's wrong with you? Why can't you cook? What the hell wrong with you, girl? What the hell wrong with you? If you can't cook, you better make a lot of money. If you can't cook, you better make a lot of money. Do you make good money? That's all right. Pay someone to cook. Man, cooking ain't hard. Cooking ain't hard. I cook all my own food. Yeah, that's what you do. If I legally could ship food. Oh, wait a second. I got an offer up notification. Give me a second. Sorry, I thought someone might have tried to buy one of my items online. False alarm. False alarm. Ah! What is it now? This? No, this is water with electrolytes. So I train a lot. So for you guys who don't understand this, let me teach you something about nutrition. I'm a professional trainer, so I've been trying to build muscle, can't lift heavy. So I train a lot differently. I do hypertrophy work, I do mobility work, I do strength training the best I can. So in between my workouts, I may do my morning workout and then train 8 hours later in the evening. So in between those meals, what I'm doing is I'm taking electrolytes, I have some creatine in there, and I work on keeping my body hydrated and full. And that is one of the keys to how you build muscle is to take do you like coffee? Yes, I drink mushroom coffee like every day. Mushroom coffee is very good for me. It calms me down, puts me in a good mood. I love my mushroom coffee. As a matter of fact, on this glorious day, I will show you two things on this glorious day. The first thing is this, because by the glory invested in me, I have been growing my arms, and you damn right, I'm gonna flex my arms during my stream. Well, bam. Lighting's not the best, but you see how the arms are coming in? Looking pretty good. Anyways, now the second thing is this is the coffee that I use. This is the coffee. Rise mushroom. So, by the way, we are going to try to have a podcast, and that is out there where it's going to be. So, more to come. We're trying to build a studio, and I got a bunch of these bars too, which is pretty sweet. So, I'm going to take a bunch of these. As a matter of fact, one of these has 20 grams of protein. I didn't finish my meal. What I do is I eat as much whole food as I can. And then if I haven't hit my calorie content, I fuel with these. So there's a meal for later. So I will eat this later. All right. Put some of this in here. Take my gum. I always stick my gum behind my ear. Some people think that's gross. I don't know. Is that gross? Or just stick it here? Hell, whatever. So I'll eat one of these to give me about 20 more grams of protein. I'll have this with my food. Somebody might buy some of these from me. All right, guys, sorry about that. Now, time to shower. And yeah, it looks like it's about that time to go. So peace, love. We'll see you guys soon. God bless.